Let's bring in our Kate Fisher. She's in Washington, D.C., and speak to her about how the atmosphere is in the Capitol. Kate, President Barack Obama has called Mr. Trump very much a Washington outsider, and the new the new person who's going to occupy the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. What do they talk about?
Well, yes, we've heard that in the early hours of this morning, President Obama made that phone call from the private residences of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. He congratulated Mr. Trump on his victory and actually invited him to the White House on Thursday this week for a meeting to discuss, we're told, the smooth transition of power. We're also told President Obama will speak to reporters today from the White House to give his opinion on what's happened overnight, and to also urge the country to take what steps they need to take to come together after what he described as a hard-fought election season. We've also just heard that the defeated candidate Hillary Clinton, who we have not heard from since she had to concede the presidency to Donald Trump, she will be speaking in New York at 9:30 Eastern Time here.
How do you think the tone between Barack Obama and Donald Trump will be? Because when you look at the two, Barack Obama, not only did he campaign on behalf of Hillary Clinton, but he was very vocal against Donald Trump throughout the general campaign season. And when you look at Donald Trump, starting with the birther movement, he's always been very anti-Obama. He said that Barack Obama was the worst president, the creator of Daesh, and things like that. So how do you expect the tone to be on Thursday?
Well, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? You can only imagine. You want to be a fly on the wall to hear what's going to happen. Will they try to bury the hatchet for the sake of the country? Who knows? But they will have a lot to discuss. President Obama undoubtedly will be feeling shell-shocked at the moment. He said on the stump for Hillary Clinton in recent days, you know, this election is about everything that I have achieved in the last 8 years. And if Donald Trump gets in, it could all fly out of the window. His legacy, if you like, has also been rejected by the electorate. Everything that he worked for and achieved over the last 8 years could be overturned by Donald Trump. Certainly, Mr. Trump has promised to do just that on many of Mr. Obama's signature policies like healthcare reform, immigration, environmental regulation, and of course you've got reopening relations with Cuba. You've also got the issue of the Supreme Court. Donald Trump will now be able to appoint justices to the Supreme Court that may not be, which will not be Democratic nominees either. So this is a huge repudiation of President Obama and everything he has done, and he will be very concerned, I'm sure, today about what it means for his legacy.
Indeed. All right. Kate Fisher joining us from Washington, D.C. Thank you.